Hello beautiful people, welcome once again to Julia Consults. If you are new to this channel, you're very welcome. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, please do so. All you need to do is just click on the subscription button and you are good to go. Don't forget to like and share this video. Hit the notification button so that whenever I upload a new video, you'll be notified immediately. Today, I'll be talking about parent-child relationship. Friends, you will agree with me that having a child is a wonderful experience. It is so beautiful. It is naturally inspired that you cannot even understand or fathom the rates of joy, how it comes, because it comes from within. And being a parent as well is a beautiful experience. It's awesome that day you were told that you are now a father or a mother, your joy knew no bounds. You were so excited that you can now be called a father or a mother. My question then is, what is your relationship between you and the bundle of joy that you had brought into the world? What are you to the child? A stranger? A parent only? Or are you a parent as well as a friend? Well, I will advise, or I will say, it is rather important that you are a parent to your child, to that bundle of joy, as well as a friend. It is only when you are a friend to your child that you will understand what your child is capable of, that you will understand everything whole that your child can do and what the child cannot do. If you are related or you have share a very close bond with your child, that is when your child or your kids will begin to trust and have confidence in you. Then that is on the only time they will come to you, sharing their joy, their problems, sharing all their experiences with you. It is only then that they can confide their secret with you. That whatever that transpired between them and their friends, they will confidently come back home and relate it with you. But if you are not close or related with your child, not just by blood, but if you don't share a close bond with your child, you will not be able to tell about this. Another question is, who are you to your child? What can your child say you are, or who can your child see or perceive you as? Are you a parent that is not always around, a faraway parent? All right, I will talk to us about different types of parents that we have in the society, its implication and way out. We have the type of parents that I call a faraway parents. I call them faraway because they are never around. Some parents go out very early in the morning and they come back very late at night, 10, 11. By the time they come, the children are already asleep. Some parents travel in and out of the country and the state as well. They cannot tell anything about their kids. They are just like a stranger to the children. Most of the time, they leave the children in the hand of the caregivers or their maids. The children, at times, the children can be left alone to cater for themselves. Do you know that when children come back home, they come from school or from anywhere they must have gone to play, they come back with a lot of questions in their minds. They come back with a lot of things filled in their mind that they need to download it to their parents. When they return and nobody is there to welcome them, only the maid that can merely or can barely answer their question or feed them confidently what they want. And when they come back and you are not there, most of the time, the children feel miserable because there is nobody to relate their experiences with. When they come back home and you are not there, they stumble or try to solve the problems themselves. Most of the time, they stumble into a problem. Most of the time, they take their experience or what they had in mind to a stranger, to a friend, to a neighbor who will explain to the best of their own knowledge. If you are not fortunate as a parent and your child stumble into somebody that will destroy him, it becomes a great problem. But if you are around, you would have handled the situation. A child can come back and ask you, somebody talked about sex in the school. What is sex? And if you are not there to relate the issue at the moment, that child can go into the hand of a stranger that will answer the question in a wrong way, probably in a practical way, and will destroy your child. If you are the type of parent that you are not always around, try to fill up the gap that has already existed when you were not around. If that you travel often or you are always working, probably for a greener pasture, it is okay. But when you become consistent, you are not always there. Anytime, any day, months, years, you're not around. It's a big problem. But when you come back as a parent who is always traveling, make sure that you relate with your children so much that they find it difficult to forget the memory you shared with them when you were not around. When you come back as a parent who is working or as a parent who is always traveling, try to interrogate your children. Ask them what happened when you were out. Call Junior, call your girl, call them and ask them what happened in the school. What happened? What was the relationship you shared with your friends in the school? What encounter do you have with your teachers and all that? Make sure they have a happy moment with you before you leave. This is because when you make your stay with them memorable, it will make them that they will always feel like feel your presence even in your absence. Don't come back as a parent who had gone for a month or two, or who have gone for weeks, and you come back. All you could do is become busy again for them, probably with your phone or things that are not relevant or irrelevant. When you come back as a parent, please fill the gap. Make your children feel loved. Make them to understand the reason why you always leave them to travel. Don't make them feel that you abandon them to go your way. Another type of parents that we have in the society are the laissez-faire parents, the carefree parents. Those I called present yet absent parents. They are in the house, yet things are spoiling. A parent will be in the house, busy with phone, pressing phones from morning to night without minding what your child is doing. Browsing, chatting what? Most of the time is not even business-wise. You are just chatting and wasting and whiling away your time while the children are there killing themselves in the house. Using a phone is not a bad thing, but being addicted to your phone at the detriment of your children is bad. This parent I called present yet absent parents are, most of the time you see that a parent will be at home, a child will be playing with a sharp object. She will not notice it or he will not even notice it. A parent will be at home and a child will be practicing some immoral behavior, indulging in sexual acts. Most parents are they are so blind with their phones, or they are so blind with something, most of the time some frivolous things, that they forgot that the children are around and they are there at times with friends in the house doing nonsense. You are present, yet you are absent. You are a laissez-faire parent, a carefree parent. And what do you do as a parent who is present? If you are always around with your kids, let your presence count. Make sure you watch your kids, what they do at any point in time. Children naturally are very smart. When they are doing something, most of the time, when you are coming, they readjust without you knowing. Once they see your shadow, they adjust themselves. So if you are a parent that had opportunity to stay with their children and to raise them, my dear, what you need to do often is watch them closely. Direct their path. Put them in the right track when they are going astray. Don't be there and things are spoiling. You have to talk now. You have to correct your kids if you have the opportunity that you are not a faraway parent who is not always around. If you're this type of parent that you are around, make sure your presence matters a lot to your kids. When you're always present, your children should look different, outstanding. That whenever they come out in the society, it should show that you are always present with them. And when you are there, direct them, talk to them, direct their path, show them to the right track. Don't be there and things are spoiling. Don't turn blind eyes to things. Most of the time they are there. They will tell you when children are indulging in illicit or misbehaving, some parents will laugh over it. And they will say that they are kids. They will learn to change. Who told you that they are kids? Do you know that even a 1-year-old child understands things? They understand when you scold them. They understand different look that you give to them. The children, a 1-year-old child, understand your facial expression. When you are not happy, that child knows. When you are scolding this child, when you are reprimanding that child, he or she knows. And if a 1-year-old child can understand, why would you tell me that your child is just little that he will learn to change or he will outgrow it? Do you know, most of the time, you will be waiting until the child outgrows, but the thing will now be imbibed in the child that it becomes difficult for the child to change. And when a child is so indulged or imbibed in a character or a behavior that is immoral, you have lost that child if care is not taken. There is a saying that you have to talk when you are supposed to talk. Because if you refuse to talk when you are supposed to talk, you talk when you are not supposed to talk. Probably at your old age, your children are all grown up. Yet, you begin to talk because you have refused to talk when they are supposed to listen. Now they can no longer listen to you because they are big, so grown. They are men, they are ladies. That you need to take a lot of time to talk to them. But when you raise them up from the trash, from the scratch, you will see that they will learn and grow with this. Train up a child in a way that he should grow so that when he eventually grows, he will not depart from that. Make sure that your present, like I said, counts when you are with your kids. Another type of parents are those type of parents that often abandon their children in the custody of their neighbors. What you often hear is, neighbor, please, my children are with you. Neighbor, take care of my children, I'm coming. Neighbor, I want to go to the market, take care of my kids. Who is the neighbor you are leaving your child with? What for? If it is important that you go with your kids, so be it, go with your child. Most of the time, the neighbor you leave your child with are the type of neighbors that introduce the children to so many immoral behaviors. At times again, you will hear, he's a pastor. He's an uncle. He is this. You don't know that those people you so much trust are the people that destroy or betray your trust. It is not that you cannot leave your children with neighbors, but consistently, frequently, it becomes a problem. What you did today, you did it, and tomorrow and next tomorrow, it becomes a tradition. And that if that neighbor is a person or a neighbor that is evil-minded, he has observed your going out and you're coming in. What he will be doing is he will watch when you are not around and he can take advantage of the child. Because he has read your movement and he understood when you are coming and when you are not coming. And he will use that period of your absence and will destroy your child. Don't be a stranger to your child when you are supposed to be a friend. Share a close bond with your children. Because if the society is good today, the children will be good. The society is turning so bad because of the kind of parenting we are given, because the kind of carefreeness that we have towards our children. The laissez-faire attitude that we have towards our children. Don't turn a blind eye, because that you have turned a blind eye to today may hurt you tomorrow. Correct when it is necessary. Discipline when it is necessary. Parent, do whatever you need to do when it's necessary, but do it with love. Make that child to understand why you are doing it and the reason why you are doing it. If a child has gone wrong, correct that child immediately. Don't wait tomorrow or next. If you want to punish a child, punish that child immediately that the act was carried out. Then you will instill discipline. But if you allow that child to wait after 2 days, you are punishing that child, and the child will not understand most often why you are punishing him. Do what is necessary to your child in order to raise a star, in order to raise a wonderful kids, in order to raise a child that will be worthy of emulation. Again, try to be that type of parent who is all around, or even if working, come back and fill the gap. Making the children feel loved, making sure that the children do not understand, will not even recognize her absence when she is not there, because she's managing the bridge that is always being created when she is not around or when he is not around. Be a parent that can look at the facial expression of their kids and will be able to tell what the children are passing through. Be that parent that will look at your kids and you will know when your child wants to relate something with you. At times, a child may be in a difficult situation. He is trying to relate something, but because you do not understand the sign or the facial expression of your child, it becomes that child will not be able to relate that issue with you. Probably the person that is hurting him is present and he doesn't want to talk. Look at your children in the face and know what they want. If it's necessary, take them to a private place and let that child tell you what he is suffering within. Don't always push your children around or out. Don't push them out. Don't always assume you know what they want to tell you. Listen to them. Be a friend. When you are a close friend, you will understand your kids. They will share what unimaginable things with you. They will go back to school, come back and tell you their experience. They will tell you everything that happened in the school. They will tell you who their friends are and what they do. Cuddle your children. Bring them closer to you. Always put them on your shoulder. Pet them, but not extremely, because every too much thing is not good. But make them to be your friend, because a friend is that person that can share their problems with you. A friend is a person that can confide in you. A friend is a person that will always relate their problems, their happiness, their joy with you. And most important thing, you cannot do it alone. You need the Almighty God in terms of parenting, in terms of building a relationship between you and your kids. The Bible said, cut off from me and you can do nothing. God said, if you cut off from me, you can do nothing. There is nothing impossible for God to do. He also said, I am the Lord thy God. Is there anything difficult for me to do? The answer is no. So, when you have, at times you can have difficult children, very stubborn one. When you have such a child, take them to God. Kneel down and commit that child to God. Always present your children before God and the Holy Spirit, because it is only in them that you will have confidence. Your trust will be so large, will be so extreme, so enormous, that you will train your children without fear. One with God, they say, is majority. When you are with them, your children will be the best. When you are with them, when you are with God rather, when you are with God, you will have the best kids. And the world will celebrate your children. I pray for you today that you will be that type of parent that your children want. A parent that knows their facial expression. A parent that knows what they want. A parent that always takes them to God. As you do this, let God bless you. And do have a pleasant day. But before you leave, remember that your relation with your child is what builds their mental, their psychological, their emotional, their physical, and their social behavior. It nurtures them. It creates or molds their interaction in the world. Be a wonderful parent, and God bless you.